You know how I've been loving the seamless blend of art and technology in my life recently, right? Well, it was fascinating to delve a bit deeper into that today and share my electric vehicle concept designs at a seminar for global stakeholders. You'd probably recall Claudia, the industry expert, and Mathieu, our multi-talented symposium organizer. They made the session engaging, and our exchange of ideas was nothing short of enriching. By the way, do you remember that band Midori mentioned? Blue Fizz? Not gonna lie, I had some of their tracks playing while I prepared for the seminar. Their energy definitely charged up the room, and I hoped some of it rubbed off on my presentation too. Guess what? The feedback has been positive so far. Feels like we are moving together towards that eco-friendly future I often daydream about. In other news, Kiyoshi has been experimenting with seafood soup recipes. Just hearing about it had me salivating. I swear that guy should consider signing up for a culinary showdown. We joked about him inventing teleporting lunch, can you even imagine? I'm all for designing the next big thing, but teleporting food? That's a real game changer. Maybe Kiyoshi and I should collaborate on an EV for food delivery project. Who knows, right? Anyway, it feels like everything's coming full circle. It's exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. Already looking forward to tomorrow. You know how I relish these challenges, right? Speaking of good things, something uplifting happened today. Remember the promotion I was talking about, the momentous one at Volt Motors? Well, I decided to throw a celebration party for it. What's a victory without some good company around, right? I thought it could be a good reason to catch up with some old university friends. There was Midori, Minsu, Dahan, and a few others. It was a bustling evening filled with old memories, aromas of delicious food and laughter echoing around the room. Almost hard to believe how long it has been since we all were together, yet there we were, just like old times. It was bliss. Day in, day out. We work. We move ahead. And often in this hustle, we seldom pause to celebrate the milestones we've reached. Evenings like this, they remind you of the paths you've tread, the bonds you've formed. The delightful chaos, the endless chats, it was all so reminiscent of our university days. The nostalgia was strong, my friend. And you remember Kiyoshi, right? He found this new ramen spot and has been raving about it. I swear his enthusiasm is enough to make anyone's mouth water. He mentioned handmade noodles and some sort of divine broth. His food puns, though, they tickled us all. They were so ramen-tastic, as he likes to say. We had a good laugh. Anyway, that aside, it did feel wonderful seeing everyone letting loose, smiling, and just being in the moment. It was a powerful reminder of how far we've come and yet how much we've remained the same. And isn't that something to cherish? Celebrations or not, these moments of togetherness, they're precious. Maybe we should do it more often. Another special thing about today was that despite my work pressure and the running around for preparations, I could enjoy. I felt light, happy, and a bit nostalgic too. It's funny how old anecdotes and memories can just flood back on such occasions. We even joked about planning a virtual reunion soon. How fun would that be? Anyway, it's been a day full of reminiscing, which is sort of refreshing. The old friends, the shared laughter, it fueled some part of my soul today. And it's these human connections that remind me why we celebrate, why we come together and rekindle those bonds time and again. I had another yoga session today, and it took me on a trip down memory lane, taking me back to my humble beginnings in Busan to now being the lead designer here in Seoul. It's funny how life unfolds, isn't it? Sometimes we're too caught up in the chase that we forget to appreciate the journey. You know, it wasn't just about moving cities, but also about evolving as a person. The shy girl from Busan who'd only dreamt about these things is doing it now. Our recent chat got me thinking about dreams and our parallel universes. Maybe in some parallel universe, I'd never have left Busan, still sketching on the corners of my textbooks, a different dream fueling my days. And yet, here I am in Seoul, talking to you with completed projects, fulfilled dreams, and an evolving vision. Remember our little trips to the countryside with the gang during university? All those impromptu sketches we made while enjoying the cherry blossoms, Midori is still holding on to some of those, you know? She revealed today how she's kept every single one of them handy for when she needs a little push of inspiration. I can only imagine how fun it'd be to go through them again, reliving those moments. During our chat, Kiyoshi brought up his recent trip to a hot spring in his locality that gave him an anticlimactic experience. But then he chuckled, saying, "Life's all about the flavors we savor and the showers." Maybe the reason he found it anticlimactic was because nothing can beat the thrill he gets from trying out seafood soup recipes. We're still waiting on his teleporting lunch invention, aren't we? Midori mentioned her upcoming gig. She'll be working on a travel brochure. I can't wait to see how it turns out. The cherry blossom catastrophe might just find its way into the brochure, who knows? It's amazing how everyday conversations get to be part of such personal and professional aspects of our life. It's these moments that make me value our bond even more. These exchanges, the wordplays, the reminiscing, they add a certain zest to life, don't you think? When was the last time we caught up like this? We should do this more often. Well, looks like my dinner's ready. Gotta eat before it gets cold.